My,
Hello.
my name is Jeff.
Hello. I'm Jay, and that's Mike. Welcome back to Wham Nights. Because you know
Wham.
somebody's gonna get mad. It's like, you guys didn't even do it. God, you guys didn't even do it.
I wanted to switch it up. People were complaining that you weren't getting first billing, so I was like, I'm not going to say my name first because it fucking matters.
Who the fuck said that? My mom? I told her to get off Facebook, Mom. You know,
It
that's
is
that's
only one
that's
can
that's
help.
the classic. That's the classic opening. Like we can't change that now.
Oh,
But
we
yeah,
got
okay. So we got that new car smell coming in because we just got out of a dirty ass arm stain store. Got that
yes,
new nightmare.
yes. So you guys are watching this one night after, but we're doing them back to back. We just got done with that big old frozen turd in the toilet. Freddy's dead, and now we got Freddy's new nightmare. Wes Craven's new nightmare.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. So if you don't know, I'm going to say sucking, fucking, and touching. You're going to press play when I say touching if you want to watch the movie with us. And Jay, how long is yours? Just to make sure we got the same movie.
1 hour 52 minutes 03 seconds.
No, your dick. How long is your dick? I want to make sure that.
Well, from the ground up, 2 inches.
All right, that's pretty good. You got me beat.
I'm just lying. It's only 4 centimeters.
1 hour 52 minutes. Is that what you said?
Hmm.
Me too, whore. All
Okay,
right, so
bitch. Let's get it in.
let's do
Let's
it.
get it in.
Get it up. Get it up. Sucking, fucking, and touching. I have pressed play on the movie. It has
Me
begun.
too. So
Oh man.
honestly, if you gotta look at it like this is the last true Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
Yup. Yup.
You gotta say it. You gotta say it. It doesn't matter if you don't like the new Nightmare, but it's the last Freddy Krueger, the
You
real
sound
Freddy
like you're
Krueger.
from London.
I know it's what I'm trying to go for. Rock and roll.
Now, I have a lot of problems with this movie, man. I do not like it as many as most do, but this opening is badass.
Yeah. Well, you got the throwback to fucking Nightmare One. Plus, he's working with a Terminator T1 or T800 glove. That shit nice.
Yeah, Katie was just saying, she's like, I love this movie. At least you got a good one. I'm like, I don't feel that way about it.
I always thought New Nightmare was good. I mean, there are boring parts to it, but I mean, if this was going to be the actual final chapter, then I get it. Like it was a solid enough entry to go out on versus like Freddy's
Yeah.
Dead and that pile of shit.
Definitely better than Freddy's Dead. Definitely better than Freddy 5. I'll hold my
100%.
reservations as to whether or not it's better than Freddy 4.
Oh,
You pump away. There's
pump
Craven.
blood.
I
Pump
do
it
love
up
that he's in
while
this.
your blood is pumping.
I think Wes Craven should have done more acting, man. He's just got a soothing like presence.
Yeah, he was good in it. He reminds me of like an art teacher that you really enjoyed. Even though you sucked ass at painting, he
Mm.
always had patience with you and carried around like root beer, like he's
Dead
doing right
on.
now.
Dead on. He's an art teacher, man. No doubt
Yeah.
about it.
You remember that guy in middle school, Mr. May? He reminds me of Mr. May a little bit. Like
Yeah.
he's kind of got the same kind of like he's like, yeah, you suck really fucking bad at painting, and I can't teach you anything, but by golly, you're giving it your all.
I always had a problem. Like he passed away, like I think about a year or two ago. By the way, Mr. May did.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, but I always
Yeah.
had a problem with him in school because these kids, I got picked on a lot the year I was in his class, and they held me down on the table and they like wrote markers all over my face.
I thought you were gonna say something totally different too.
Yeah.
They forced me to touch their wiener. I did. I did.
But I told on them, and he was like, "What do you want me to do about it?" I was like, "You're a dick."
Well, he always can't. He looked like a non-confrontational kind of guy, and I
Oh
guess he
yeah,
was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna get into that.
it's like I got to go paint some shit, man. I don't care. That's a badass looking effect right there.
It looks cool. Oh fuck you! I hate that guy. He's like, all right, whatever. The fucking Geek Squad reject Best Buy person. It's like,
Now, I
yeah,
think
whatever. Give it to me. You got porn on your computer. You brought it in for a repair. I got it. Okay.
I do think Miko Hughes is really good in this, and I think that this is Heather Langenkamp's best performance in the franchise.
Yeah, she's good. Well, she got her feet under her in Nightmare 3 and
Yeah.
got more solid with the character, and it completes it in this. Oh yeah, and John Saxon's in this too. Can't forget
Yep.
about John Saxon. Oh,
That dude looks like Paul Rudd had sex with Paul Reiser.
I can see that. It kind of reminds me of the bad guy in Ghost that gets sucked down by the shit demons.
Yeah. Oh, that's nasty.
It's all part of the effects.
He's like, could someone please get me a towelette? A
Yeah, he was
moist
like, you
towelette?
motherfuckers use goddamn Rayovac batteries and not Duracell. Use the cheap kind. Yeah, that little stupid shit's going on the fucking bed. Run outside. Why are you in your pajamas?
Guy's he's a good actor. Did you hear that scream? He's like,
This reminds me of just the way that it kind of feels. You remember the opening of Jurassic Park where it's all fucking chaos?
yeah.
Like, it kind of starts out slow and they're transporting the dinosaur, and then it's just like fucking buku makuku. No, don't worry about it. It's just how hard I've been having sex with you.
Yeah, save the child, people. Come on, let's go.
Dude, I was gonna go the opposite way. I was like, fuck that. I could have a goddamn piece of tiling from the ceiling fall and kill me. No way.
No, dude,
He'll be fine.
I got soccer mom arm down. Anything happens, and I just like tackle one of the kids.
I would teach my children immediately. I was like, go under your fucking bed if it's an earthquake, okay? If you hear the train a rocking, get under the sockton. I jump in that pool right now where they got the wave effect. That's gonna be badass. You can put a little float on that.
She definitely aged well, man. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, she still look good today. She's older, but
no.
Did you please go back and sell us more of your Hanes t-shirts with your bicep in the shot? Did you do that on purpose? I do think this movie's too long, though.
Yeah, dude.
It's almost 2 hours.
Oh, fuck yeah, it is. Hour and 46 minutes. Strap in.
Yeah. Put it on. Put it down and get on going.
I'm bleeding all over your bedroom. It's cool.
It might be traumatic, but you're like, woo, no big deal, bro. I'm going to go out in the garage and make some more fucking wacky tools for my movie.
Is it sad that when I see Quake Watch on the TV, I long for better times? That's so much better than what's on the TV right now.
Are we on Quake Watch for the election anyway?
We're on Quake Watch for the whole world, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that whole Quake Watch thing reminded me of, remember Double Dragon? When it was like, acid rain. He was like, so if you got an umbrella, stay under it. And if you don't, get a job. Yeah.
Going to work, kid. Mommy's got to make some money.
Yeah. Was this Miko Hughes' best performance or was Pet Sematary? Because I would go ahead and say Pet Sematary, I think, is his best performance.
I'd go with you, yeah.
I play with Mommy. I play with Jad. Now I play with you.
Ew.
No fair. No fair.
I like that everybody's like, their makeups and like their hairdos are all like up to date, but that guy still got the Blossom 1996 fucking hairdo. Everybody
in here looks like they're using Head and Shoulders except for that guy, and he's using Pert Plus. Like, Heather Langenkamp look good as shit though right now. Like, I'm not lying. That purple outfit, like, I couldn't go to work. I'd be like, let me throw you on down here with them stockings and let's get rowdy for a second. She got nice legs, good butt. She's rocking the shit out that outfit.
Oh yeah. That Vidal Sassoon.
Mm-hmm. What's not over? Stop being so confrontational.
I'm an actress.
He's just trying to. You know what he's trying to do? He's trying to do that boyfriend, husband thing where you're trying to get some sex, but you're trying to act like you're really caring about their problems. But you have to have a way in. You're like, I just think you're just suffering through a lot. Come lay on the bed and let's talk about it. Remember we used to cuddle when we were dating?
Let me make you forget all about it.
He looks like a guy that's 2 minutes away from being fired in the gymnasium. Like he was a PE teacher that he came in to get the hothead kids in line, but he's just not doing a good job.
I think he's wearing a Fangoria t-shirt, which makes sense because he's a special effects guy. But that's kind of cool.
Yeah, dude, like that's weird. Like which I mean, it's believable because like I would imagine, like I mean, it's badass. If you were into a special effects dude and you were like doing horror movies and stuff like that, you would totally be like wearing like Fangoria shirts or like all about, subscribe to this kind of sites and stuff like that. It reminds me of Poltergeist and Jurassic Park, like the teams that are on those, like like the geeky kind of nerdy dudes that you want to hang out
Yeah.
with. That
Your
I mean,
gun's digging into my hip.
they got all that in and out kind of information that you want.
Those two were pretty into that scene. I kind of have a feeling they were banging off set. We should ask her.
Who her fucking boyfriend at the time, then outside of real life. I wouldn't know about that, Heather.
That's what an interview would go like.
Oh, dude, what if
that's why nobody will come on the show.
What if you were a boyfriend during this movie and you had to interview her? I'm like, hey, yeah, Heather, I liked it a lot. What the fuck did you seem like you liked it too much?
You're never that good of an actress.
Don't give me them bedroom eyes because you know that it turns me on. I want the fucking truth, or I want your suitcase on the front lawn. Even though you make more money than me. Okay, my suitcase on the front lawn.
Oh, he's watching the original.
Hey, look, he's making the same face that every young adolescent boy at the time when they first saw porn. Like the first time that you discovered porn, you're like, oh, and that's when you popped one.
Dude,
But you don't know what's going on, right? When you nut for the first time, it's scary. You're like, I think I broke my dick.
He looks just like me when the Packers were losing yesterday.
He was going for full hawk mode.
Oh, at least the phone didn't lick me this time.
I will say that Wes Craven, again, it's very Scream-like, this movie, as far as having Freddy come into the real world and kind of make it more of a real world type of scenario. And then he made Freddy a lot more darker and his voice scarier.
Chase,
you know what I mean?
Fuck, I'm listening to my music and I'm drinking my coffee and I'm going to work.
The only thing he didn't do very well with the leather pants was awful. Like,
yeah,
leave that shit home. Leave that shit home.
Look like Stephanie Brown Poopy Pants. Remember her?
Hey, look, they got that fucking broom. Remember that thing everybody was doing back in the day when they had their broom stand up?
Hey, hang on just one sec, dude. There's like a chainsaw going off in my backyard. Like, no, legit.
Leatherface gonna come cut that shit off.
I fucking hope it was Cameron.
Who in the fuck is chainsawing at 9:42 at night? Like, I can't get reception, honey. We have DirecTV satellite.
I'm gonna yell out the window like, hey, turn that shit off!
Turn it off! You should go out there and find out what the fuck they're doing, but use Katie instead. Ask her. It's like, Katie, you go and find out what that was. I'll stay right here. Text me.
Jay said, just sit Katie, dude. Sit Katie. Tell her to go see what's happening. Yeah, dude, it sounded like a fucking chainsaw on my left. I was like, it's a crazed fan. We're living in New Nightmare, dude.
Oh, no. I don't have time for it, okay? I've already have bad enough dreams about my fucking ex-ass wife sometimes and living in that fucking environment. I don't need any more extra stacked on. It's bad enough. It's like I fucking ooze out nasty green liquid from my veins when I wake up. Oh, yeah, kid, you hang on a minute with your big-ass fucking limo? I'm not going to feel bad for you, even though you look great in the stockings.
It's true. It's really true.
She looks great! God, if I were her boyfriend, I'd be calling in sick and shit, or her husband. Like, fuck it, they can do the special effects without me.
Isn't she on her way to, like, the talk show? Or is that later?
Yeah, okay, you know what? Here's the thing. Fuck you. Go do your room and don't come out till you're married. The thing about her, though, is she looking sexy as shit, and that would piss me off if I were a husband. I was like, why come you don't dress like this when you're around the house?
Right,
you
right,
dress
right.
Like sexy like that when you go to a fucking place where you're trying to impress people. Fuck that shit.
Thank you. Said men everywhere.
Yeah, that pisses me off, dude. It always did. Like, okay, girls, why do you want to dress up and look sexy, right? And that you want to look good as fuck when you go out in public when I'm not going to be around, or if you're, with your significant other, you're trying to impress other people. Yeah, but you won't do that around the house. You're going to wear like gray sweatpants and a fucking oversized college t-shirt and be like, you want to fuck?
To be fair though, dude, like look at how we dress when we're around the house. Like I'll wear some ripped underwear like, with holes in it and like a fucking dirty t-shirt with spaghetti.
We're allowed to do that, okay? We ain't got much to show off except for like a small dick that we think is bigger than it is. But they got assets, man. They got boobs. They got nice legs. They got fucking pretty faces, way prettier faces. They got smooth skin. They got makeup. Like they can put themselves together a whole heap a lot better than dudes.
Hey, hang on one sec, dude. Hang on one sec. Sorry.
Anyway, I didn't mean to go off on a rant there. Anyway, you just keep being you. She knows something up. He's like, that little boy's drinking. That little boy's already on the alcohol. I'm gonna have this orange and talk to you about it. It's gonna be for my screwdriver. God, she. Listen, I mean, I'm not lying. Like, if my girlfriend walked out of the house looking like that, and she looking sexy smooth, she ain't going to her interview on time. Her motherfucker looked like she got into a fight with a cat by the time she gets to an interview because of the way that I'm gonna sexualize it. Ridiculous. Just quit looking. Oh, I got to be honest though. This is what would happen if you got a celebrity. If you're a huge horror movie fan and Heather Langenkamp climbed in the car, you'd be like, "Damn, man." But he's not really a fan. He's just looking at them legs.
Weird. Super weird. All right, sorry.
That's all good. Oh shit, you creepy as fuck. You look like Uber Stalker 5000.
You know that's what it's like, dude. Especially for these horror stars. I think there's something about people who are famous in horror movies, especially women. I bet people are creeps to them all the fucking time.
Yeah, maybe. But I was gonna say, if you were a true horror fan and Heather Langenkamp,
You cut off. I can't hear you.
are you there?
Yeah.
My goddamn remote got affected by the Freddy dream. If you were a true fan, though, if you were an Uber driver and a limo driver, I would say maybe they get harassed a little bit. But if you were a true fan, though, and Heather Langenkamp climbed in the back of the limo or the Uber driver, I mean, if you were like genuinely a fan and wanted to talk about like stuff and you knew what you're talking about, you're not really creeping on them. You're just, but that guy was creeping. Like he was looking at her legs and shit.
Yeah, I don't mean horror fans are creepy. I mean like the creepy fans. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like that 1%.
Yeah, like Gary Sinise Unchained.
Or the
Kinda
chick
looking.
from Friday the 13th that had the stalker.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would say generally speaking though, if you like, it would be a good bit. Like, it'd be cool if you were a limo driver and you got to meet all these stars and stuff. And if you were a real fan of them, you'd be like, "Oh my God, it's so cool to meet you." You know, like whatever. You talk about something that's relevant, but not be like staring at her like, giving her the fuck me eyes.
Yeah. Would you
Like,
trust
you
Robert?
looking real smooth in them sheer fucking stockings.
How fucked up is it of him to ask if she would trust Robert Englund, the actor, alone with her son Dylan? What a fucked up question.
So you're saying, okay, I'll be like, so you're saying that the character, the actor that played a pedophile, would you trust him in a room alone with your child?
And to
Great
be fair,
fucking interview there, Craig Kilborn. I loved it. It was so good. That's why you're still in the air. Oh,
dude,
that's right. You're not.
now this is the things I love about this movie. I love how they're
Yeah.
fucking,
And look at this slow mo, dude. Like this is like a Wes Craven. This is so Wes Craven. Look how they.
up to this point, dude. The movie's genius. I mean, it really is. I love this shit.
Yeah, and again, I like that he's also kind of in his own way, uh, putting a dick in Freddy's Dead, and like they made him a joke.
Yeah,
And so he's playing on that in the movie right now. It's like, oh yeah, they just made him like, an icon, like a pop culture icon. So that's what he is. Nobody's scared of him anymore. But I love that the little music and look, see, they're all wearing masks and shit, and like, it's a.
I hate his glasses in this movie, dude. Like Robert Englund, what the fuck is up with those sunglasses? What are you, Steven Seagal?
He talked to Elton John last night.
I don't understand
The
anybody.
piano man. No, it's Billy
And
Joel.
some of my favorite people like to wear those stupid circle purple sunglasses. I do not get it.
It reminds me of a guy that that you can't trust when he says, "I've got really premium weed that you can buy," because it's not. It's probably oregano, but he'll talk to you every day about surfing. Like it just looks like a surfer dude that sells weed on the side.
Yeah.
New line, set them on. Oh yeah, and Bob Shaye's in this too. Like again, Wes Craven did a great job of bringing this in more of a realistic type of approach with like a Scream vibe. Like when did this movie come out? Did this come out before Scream?
Ooh, good question.
I think this came out in 1994, and I know Scream came out in 96 or 97. So yeah, okay.
Scream, I think, was 96. Yeah, Scream was 96, and New Nightmare was 94. So it came out before
Oh,
Scream.
yeah. So okay, so this might have been just kind of like a play area for Wes Craven to play around with
Which
this and be like,
ballsy of Wes Craven, by the way, after this movie failed at the box office to kind of go with the same feel.
well, but he had a different, but he wasn't utilizing an established character that they pretty much taken a dump on.
Yeah. I like that she's there to see Bob Shay. That's
I
pretty
mean, you
cool.
got to imagine Wes Craven, man. Like, you got to imagine, like, like he's like, all right, you fucked up the character that I made, and now you're asking me to come in and save it, and
Yup.
I got to do some kind of crazy writing techniques here that Stephen King would fucking nut over, and it didn't do good in the box office. But this was a good, like,
There's
again, it
Bob
was a
Shay.
very, yeah, it's a very good test run for Scream. I
Now,
feel like this is a test run.
yeah, definitely. And I think this movie fails. I mean, ultimately, I think the writing fails in this movie. As much as I love Wes Craven, I love what he's trying to do. I love the movie up to this point. When it gets to the point where she's talking to Wes Craven and they're explaining the whole thing, I think it gets stupid. I think
I
it's just
still,
too stupid.
I didn't mind that part as much because
Cleavage.
he was still going with the mysticism of the Freddy Krueger character. So, but then again, Wes Craven can make mistakes. I mean, just look at Scream 3. Yeah, well, Bob, I don't think they are. I think you were.
Yeah, you want that money.
I mean,
It's
well, I mean, nothing against Bob Shay. Bob Shay, bless him, like he kept it alive for a long time. But not Robert England, but Wes Craven was the one saying that Bob Shay wanted a sequel from the get-go.
yeah. Well,
That
dude, it's
that
great.
extra scene in the fucking very end of Nightmare on Elm Street 1, that blow up doll being sucked into the house was Bob Shay.
Well, dude, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy because I read today literally that Taking Shape 2 book. I've been reading
Yeah.
it because I figure there's probably some good stuff we can do some cool videos about in it. Because that guy is a really good writer. He does some really cool shit. But just today, I read that John Carpenter said that he told Fangoria back in the day before Halloween 4 came out because they wanted him to do Halloween 4 really bad. And he
Yeah.
said the partners threatened him and said, if you don't do something with this property, we're going to sue you for preventing us from using it.
What the
And
fuck are they talking about?
yeah,
They
he was
smoked
like,
all that fucking Johnny Depp crack.
yeah, he was like, they suckered me in with it. He told them what they told John Carpenter. They were like, your name's going to be on it, so it's going to associate with you. So don't you want it to be good, or everybody's going to think you suck? That's basically how they tried to get him to do Halloween 4,
Well, I
even though
don't
he
know how
fucking
that.
created it.
Yeah, well, were they trying to threaten him that it's going to be on the fucking poster, like John Carpenter's Halloween 4? Because I
Yeah,
mean, it'll say based on the John Carpenter, Deborah Hill characters,
that's
but
what they were going for. Yeah,
well, that's fine. I mean, like as long as it wasn't on the poster, it would just say based on. Hollywood's dicks, man. Like they're just fucking assholes. Like I pity anybody that has an original idea and goes to fucking Hollywood and have it sacrificed on the goddamn plate of Hollywood.
but I feel like if I'd come up with Freddy or I came up with Michael Myers and I didn't want anything to do with it, I would just be like, okay, yeah, buy me out. You
Well,
know,
that's
like
pretty much what Wes Craven and John Carpenter pretty much did, though, with
yeah,
their characters.
yeah,
But I mean, in a way, though, but if you really like the character a lot, and it has meaning for you, and then you let Hollywood have it, and they fucking bastardize it. I mean, you're
yeah.
kind of like, well, damn, man. I mean, did you have to take a fucking dump in my cereal?
Yeah, I totally get the way John Carpenter is, where he's like, well, I mean, I'll say I like it if there's a paycheck in it, because I mean, otherwise, then they're just gonna fucking put your name on it and take your money anyway.
If there's a city paycheck in it, I'll believe anything you say.
Yep.
Looking good, them high heel. Oh my god, I
I'm
can't.
telling you, I
I
know,
can't.
right?
And she looked like that to go to. Oh my, who the fuck was she trying to impress?
Well, I mean, she was going on television that
I
day.
know that, but I'm like, can you not dress down a little bit more?
I don't think it would be fair if like my wife left to go on like a TV show and I was like, why are you dressing up for TV?
I would though, but I am. I'm gonna say that. I'm like, why you gotta like wear the dress that I like?
It's one thing if she's going to like fucking if she's going to like the hardware store.
Yeah, if she was going to the supermarket dressed like that's like, who dick you been sucking all the way to the bologna section?
I think that's every guy though.
Why not to suck any dick on the way to the park?
I'm 28.
Hey, first off, Miko here, he probably needs some Ritalin. or like that motherfucker looked like he just woke up from a hangover. Like, yeah, he clawed his fucking shit while he's asleep. He's violent too. Okay, double the Ritalin.
Did you guys get a cat? She said
Don't
no.
try to justify it. You think? Well, no, that is her eyes. She does have some bright blue eyes, or dark, or I guess they're just ocean blue. Can I see your medical license? Because you did a shitty job of helping me while I was like having a terrible nightmare.
You guys got all that money, and all you can afford is a cardboard fucking castle.
Yeah, they gotta be loaded, man. Like he's a special effects like lead,
Oh,
right?
yeah, dude. If you have a pool and you live in L.A., Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I wouldn't even imagine what the fucking rent is or the mortgage payment.
Here you can get a pool for $300 at Walmart.
We should ask Chris Nelson about that. Like, how much you pay, dog? I mean, you talk about the Academy Award winning Chris Nelson, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's just like in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He was like, when he's talking about renting, he's like,
yeah.
if you rent, that's one thing. He's like, but if you live here, it's like the owning it's worth whatever alone.
Yeah, I would never. I think I would do like if I had the money, like a bunch of money that I had collected over the time of acting or directing or doing a special effects or whatever. I think I would have a house outside of California where it wasn't so high, and then just maybe rent a really shitty fucking apartment.
Yeah. Of course, we have friends that live in LA. You know what I mean? Like from the
I know.
channel and stuff. I wonder how much that shit must cost. Because dude, like even Matt
I would
Skiba.
say their camera equipment is their budget.
Well, dude, like Matt Skiba, right? Like the guitar player for Blink-182 now. Before he was in Blink-182, he's in Alkaline Trio, and he's still in Alkaline Trio. But before, he had the money of Blink-182. He showed his apartment that he moved out of, dude. And it was a fucking shithole. I mean, a shithole.
That makes sense.
And he has like gold records and shit like that. Like, and he's still living in an apartment that, I mean, dude, it was gnarly in there. It looked like you wouldn't live there here in Kentucky. Like
That
you
reminds me
literally
of
refuse it.
Yeah, that reminds me of some artist or something that they literally lived in squalor, but they made hit records or hit movies or whatever, but they lived in fucking squalor.
I respect
Holy
it though.
shit! Someone stole the fucking glove already. That's what happens, guys, when you get that fucking hot ass topic on eBay and they put it on buy it now, but you've been watching it on auction and it just goes
Hey,
away.
dude, check out the kids' toys. You notice anything there? I'm trying to look. I can't tell. Nothing
Nothing
good.
good. Nothing good.
That
All
kid's
that's
got
garbage.
shit tasting toys.
Like you got all this money and you take the fucking poor asshole to fucking Family Dollar
Yeah,
to buy his toys.
he's got a fucking Humpty Dumpty light. Like Humpty Dumpty's 20 minutes, and then you're
You got
done
a
with
Humpty
it.
Dumpty life from
No
fucking
kid wants a
flea
Humpty
market.
Dumpty light.
Yeah, and then all those figures were like some of that Family Dollar shit. Like,
Yeah.
like knockoff. It wouldn't be called G.I. Joe, it would be called Joe G.I.
Yeah, dude, that was before. Like, it's not Skylanders, but it looked like it.
Now, this movie was out. No, he could have had some Double Dragon, Battletoads.
dude.
He could
We
have had
shoulda-
like fucking Thundercats.
Yeah, dude, and where's his fucking car bed at? Why doesn't he have a
No,
car?
he could have had Silverhawks, like the action figure Silverhawk.
Yeah, dude. No.
X-Men. Where the
They
fuck is
should-
the X-Men comic books, for God's sake?
Yeah, they fucked this kid over. They gypped him bad.
God damn it, Miko. No wonder you were having nightmares because your parents are fucking cheapskates.
Yep.
Where's your Nintendo? Where's your Super Nintendo, for God's sake?
Your goddamn
First off,
spaceship bed.
don't
like
be
that kid's
looking at me
problem
like
child.
that. Don't be like acting like that. Because first off, you remind me a lot of Gary Busey. Stop it.
Don't you tell me my business.
Dude, we gotta
boy.
ask Chris Nelson next time. Like
What?
like in a gentle way. Be like, hey, dude.
Like, how much
Like-
your house costs?
It's like, yeah, like, hey, bro, do you live in your house or do you like rent? Like, and it's like, and kind of like put it in a conversation topic to where like, well, me and Mike were thinking about moving to LA, so we're just kind of like,
Dude,
gauging.
you'd be like, please don't. You can't afford it. Trust me.
It's like, how you know though? How you know though? It's like me and Mike would say, hey,
LA,
I was like, do you know how much fucking beer we drink?
Dude,
We've been
we'd be-
saving those fucking caps.
you and I would be living in a fucking Speedway bathroom if we moved to LA.
Dude, fucking a Speedway bathroom attached to our car. By the way, I just realized I don't have subtitles in this because I have it really like low volume so I can hear.
Yeah, I got.
And
my
I don't
sub-
know. I know that she patched it up and he's talking about he wants to come up from underneath, which is pretty much like any girl's fear when they
Well,
go
you know-
on the.
You can put on the subtitles and the volume, man.
Well, I can't right now because I'm on Voodoo. If I put on, or not Voodoo, I'm on Amazon. If I put on the subtitles right now, then what will happen is the movie will pause and then we'll be fucked.
No, we did it the other night. Remember?
No,
Yeah, we did it when we were watching the Exorcist movies. You fucking whore.
nah, bro, it didn't happen that way. I don't
Yeah,
know what
bro,
you're
it
talking
did.
about.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
did,
know.
bro.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. You need to play some more NBA Jam because you're being stupid right now. Hey, one time I slammed dunk on Penny Hardaway. All right. I don't want to risk it, man. I don't want to risk it.
It's okay. Just risk it. Do it. You got to hear what's going on.
Okay, I just did it. It paused it.
Well, you did it wrong.
No, bitch. It says go to. Okay, I'm at 249 or 2849 right now. Where are you at?
I'm at fucking 28. I'm at 29 right now.
No, you're not.
I am, bitch.
It took 5 fucking seconds. Holy shit, dude.
All right, keep trying. Keep trying. I'm at 29:10.
All right, I'm at 29:15.
No, you're ahead of me now. God damn it.
All right, I'm gonna pause. Where are you at? Tell me now.
29:19.
God damn it. We're half a second. We're good. He's driving.
29:25.
We're good. We're good.
You fucking lying. You're gonna be ahead of me, and I'm not gonna.
No, I'm not. I'm at 29. I'm at 29:31.
Tell me where you're at. Where you at?
Right now, 29:38.
I'm at 29:41. That's fine. I'm fine to be ahead. I just
all right, go. 29:46, 29:47, 29:48.
29:50. I'm at 29:53.
All right, all right. You know what? I'm going full. I'm going. Oh my God, I'm at 30. All right, go. Just tell me when you get to 30:06.
30:06.
Boom. Okay, we back in. We back in the game.
Do it. That's how we should do it.
We back in the game. Come on. That's how I felt. Come on.
He looks like me when I work third shift trying to get to work without dying.
Dude, for a second there, I thought he was going to pee his pants. Like they were zooming in.
Oh, no, dude. That would suck.
Yeah.
He's about to get his butthole clawed.
Yup. You got that fucking...
Don't do it. Don't
sharp
do it,
fingers.
Freddie. Freddie should have respect for the wiener.
And this is what happens when your pants get too tight, ladies and gentlemen. When you're having a wet dream. It's not good. Your pants get too tight.
No.
Get that Woody.
No!
Whoa!
See, dude, if you were making that movie, would you have went for the nuts?
That looked good though. That's badass.
It was good, but wouldn't you have went for the nuts?
No, I don't want to get too fucking nasty with it.
I guess that's probably what
like it makes me. It would make me cringe too fucking much.
Yeah, but dude, it would be a painful scene. People would talk about it more and get more word of mouth for your movie. I'd go with the nuts.
Yeah, but Mike, I'll never drive again.
They hinted at it. Might as well go for it.
Yeah, Freddie was just jealous of his bulge. That's all it was. Like, yeah, why would Freddie go towards the bulge and be like, I ain't gay? And then he went for the step.
I ain't gay, bro. That's what Thor was doing the other night, dude. Dexter kept trying to hump him, and Thor kept trying to bite him. He's like, I ain't gay, bro.
That's how I'd be, though.
Oh, shit. See, the police are at your door because you don't look good in a ponytail. You need to put that shit back down.
Yeah. Strippergram.
Come watch our reviews to see men tell women how to wear their hair.
Hey, that literally looks like me and Mike asking you to subscribe. Look, we're just doing our best here, okay? We don't make a lot.
Halloween Horror Month. YouTube isn't spreading out our notifications.
Yeah, by the way, YouTube is literally new nightmaring us. I feel like we're fucking in this new nightmare ourselves.
Dude, I wonder why.
Like the guy that does the teleprompter for us and writes all of our jokes and scripts all of our skits. It's like, I don't know what else you want me to do.
Well,
by the way, you know that's fucking bullshit, right? It's like I know true subscribers will know that's bullshit, but there's always you got to script this shit or what?
If someone's writing our jokes, I would fire them.
100%, dude. They wouldn't last one fucking second on goddamn Fred Rogers joke.
Someone said that to me once. They're like, "So, what are you doing? Are you writing a script for one of your reviews?" I'm like, "A script? Like, you think someone writes this shit? This is awful."
What's a script? That's weird. Are you talking?
If you write this, you should fucking quit writing. And I mean that. I mean, like, if you're 2 foot tall and you wish to be an NBA player, you're never going to make it. And if you're writing these jokes, same thing. You're never going to make it.
If we wrote our own scripts, like I would imagine somebody would come out of the dark corner, extend their hand, it's like, congratulations, you're retarded.
Yeah, dude. If someone was writing these jokes, they should hit us up for child labor because there's a 5-year-old with a fucking crayon locked away in a basement somewhere.
Yeah, that's how we write our jokes, guys, in our heads with crayons on a chalkboard. It's an Retro sketch. What am I talking about? Chalks is too complicated.
Dude, I would tickle its feet. Wouldn't you tickle its feet?
I would touch it. I would touch
Tickle its feet.
I would touch the big toe and then just run away, like laughing. I'm like,
Like you faking.
that's exactly what I would be thinking. Dude. It's like you faking dog. Wake the fuck up. I swear you. This is weird for me and Mike to talk about. Me and Mike worked in like a coroner's office. Like that's our first day of job. Like, dude, I dare you to touch its ball. I dare you to do it. Like I'd be like, dude,
yeah,
we're gonna get that's desecration of the dead, bro. No one's looking, just do it.
Like, dude, the Batwing. Do the Batwing.
I was like, let's pull the sheet down and see what it looks like.
Dude, we would. We should never work there. And then you'd be worried the spirits followed you home.
we would grab the lower chin and go da 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 da. By the way, we're not sick individuals, motherfuckers. We don't dig up bodies. And like we're not having fantasies about it. But it was just saying, if you were there,
yeah. But if we're bored and you put us around one, we might tickle its feet.
Yeah, like just like that's
all I'm saying.
And be like, dude, what will happen if what would happen if we tickle its feet? Its leg kicked. We'd be heroes.
It's got purple real fucking quick. More, please. You want more, dude? I know that guy's face from something.
It'd be funny if he was like, "I'm sorry to tell you this, ma'am. He had an STD. You might want to check yourself."
Frederick R. Krueger did this. Ew.
No, and you know what? Most girls would be like, "Oh my god, I fucking knew it. He was fucking around on me, and this bitch just got carried away and clawed his chest up."
Yeah, dude. That's what would actually happen in real life. She'd be like, "Where'd you get them scratches on your chest,
That's
dude?"
That's exactly what would happen. Even dead, she'd be bitching you out. Like, I always knew it. I should have checked your Facebook.
All right, I'll be right back. I gotta go pee.
I. This corner guy looks like a fat lost boy grown up from the movie Hook. Like I'm waiting on Robin Williams to show up and be like, "I'm Peter Pan, come back to Neverland." Oh god, his hand almost touched her hair. Now how the fuck did she Batman? Oh, I was gonna say, you just saw her backside. I was like, did she just ninja smoke out of there? We got Miko Hughes sitting there looking like he's trying to figure out a better show to be on. No, I love this movie. It's but it's cool. Like you got all the Robert Englund. I mean, there's a lot of the original cast here. There's John Saxon. Oh, the dude from Nightmare 1. What the fuck is going on with that dude on the left? He was like, with the ponytail, he was like, yeah, this is some good shit, man. You rocking that sermon. You know what would have been cool, man, if they had got like all the actors and actresses that wanted to be in the movie from the original films in this movie. You know what I'm saying? Like have like an in-game Avengers thing where all the former actresses and actors showed up and they were all part of the movie in some way, and then the final girls all had like a final confrontation with Freddy at the end. And not just the final girl, but also Jesse. Which he screamed like a girl, but he wasn't a girl. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, fucking take that little asshole. Freddy looking pretty scared. He's pretty scared though. No. I'm not. You're already halfway down the coffin. Just best to let you go. If you love something, let it go and see if it comes back to you. That's what I always heard, and I'm gonna stick to that philosophy. Oh fuck! I want a divorce. No, bitch, you fucking clinger, you're dead. God, how embarrassing. John Saxon has to show up and save his not daughter from the movies and be like, God damn, can you calm down and stop taking Xanax? You're snorting that shit. That's making you all sorts of loopy croopy. Look, you hit your fucking stupid head. Oh, yes, I guess I know. May you all get home safely and remove this crazy sacrilegious bitch from my sight. Like, Jesus Christ, Miko, you need to get a new mom. That bitch is drunk. You're lucky CPS wasn't there. Oh, you got Robert England with his Elton John glasses. Don't be Robert. Don't come across as if I could do anything. Let me know. Woo! Look like a commercial for stalkers. No means no. Wes Craven looking like a Jedi master right now. I miss Wes Craven, man. God, imagine what that motherfucker could be like coming out with right now. It's amazing how young she looks, though. You know what I'm saying? Like she looks like Heather Langenkamp from the original. Like she like Mike's right. She aged really, really well. That Neutrogena does magic on the skin. Look, what can we say? Your boy Miko Hughes here is a horror fan. I mean, he's just obsessed with it. I'm about that age when I watched Nightmare on Elm Street. It's all right. Just let the boy watch. Let the boy watch. Hmm. I bet if I put some chunky monkey ice cream in your face, you turn it off. It's cool though, man. I gotta say, this meta shit is fucking badass. I love it. I love it. I mean, what else could you have done, man, with the train wreck and skid mark that was Freddy 6? What else could you have done but go meta with this? And Wes Craven, well, fuck you. I'm just trying to wake you up. What else could you do but do what he was doing here, and laying the foundation basically for Scream? Well, I'm sorry that you were watching a horror movie without me knowing about it and snuck out of bed. Well, that ain't gonna happen. Hmm. 3, 4, you're gonna go to your door. 5, 6, you're gonna be asleep. 7, 8, if you're not, I'm gonna beat that ass. 9, 10, if you want to go to Chuck E. Cheese, you'll do what I'm mean. Okay, I didn't say I was Dr. fucking Seuss. What do you want? What are you trying? Are you saying you can't see me? Are you doing do the John Cena thing? Well, he's not welcome, so that's why he can't get up into our world. Oh, licking all sorts of vitamin juice from his mouth. Excuse me. Sorry, I was just choking on the corniness of that scene for a second. But anyway, what's
Ugh.
going on here?
What?
She's back in her quilt. No, I was just saying, like, I got to give it up for Wes Craven, man, because really, I was saying, like, where else could you have gone after Freddy 6 but to do this meta thing? Because she just caught Miko Hughes again watching a scene from the original Nightmare on Elm Street's series, or the original Nightmare on Elm Street movie. And I just got to give it up to Wes Craven, man. What else can you do after the
Yeah.
train wreck that was Nightmare 6, but to go meta?
Yeah. It was a good idea. That shit's sad though.
Okay. I will be back. I must dispense my liquids to the toilet.
Okay. Speaking of which, yeah, so I was in the garage smoking a cigarette and I had to pee. And I was talking to Katie and I was like, I'm just gonna pee right here. And the garage is like half down, like halfway, right? So like I have to like put my dick underneath the garage door and pee out. And I just like pray to God that like one of the neighbors wasn't just like looking at that door in that exact moment and all they saw was just a dick. No person, just a dick poking out the bottom of a garage. Oh, thank God that we're not a part of a homeowners association. Not that that would help us.
Yeah, no, it will hurt us.
Yeah. My name's Mike, and this is my story. Leave it up to us. This is like such a touching, sad ass scene. I'm talking about poking my dick out of a garage. Hopefully you can hear the dog loudly eating like a rude piece of shit in the background. That dinosaur ain't gonna save shit. How refreshing was it, by the way, to start a Freddy movie and not have them once again go back to the house with the girls jumping on the jump rope? Like, talk about not being able to come up with their own shit. And also, why is that pogo stick thing a fucking evil red goat? Well, his dad just died. Jesus Christ. Hey, it's John Saxon. Rest in peace, John Saxon, one of the manliest men to ever walk the earth. Rocking a members only jacket and an angel's eyebrows. Don't get me started on the chest hair. Yeah, well, remember that time, Dad, that I found you drunk in a bar and my douchebag boyfriend Neil had to throw you up against the wall? Oh, wait, that was just a movie. I wish I could call John Saxon whenever I was having mental problems. See what I mean? That's the kind of advice you need in your life. Yep, they sure do. Kids pick up on shit, man. It's not Robert England calling you. Have some respect for your coworkers. Boys. This makes a good point.
Look at that sexy man of a beast.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Saxon of John, Jesus Christ, can I sign up for a hell yes? And I would like to sleep with you.
I mean, I would.
It would just make you feel comfortable in the night.
That's
Like,
why
he
that
would just
kid's
hold
climbing
you.
to the top of that rocket ship. It feels comfortable.
He's like, catch me, John.
Yeah,
Catch
if I
me.
fall, John Saxon will catch me. Probably with one arm. Shirtless.
By the way, dude, I was saying this before I went to the toilet. How cool would it have been in this movie that if they had got all the characters that wanted to come back, the actors and actresses from the previous films, and then all the final girls, including Jessie, confront Freddy.
Yeah, that'd be dope. By the way, dude, fucking these horror websites stole our idea
What?
for the Scream, where we were like, they should do Nightmare the Bitch and have it all be a part of a movie, and then you can bring back Skeet Ulrich and
yeah, like make it a meta movie. That's the only. Yeah, you would create the new Scream inside the Michael Myers universe.
yeah, fucking website was like article pitch. What if they knew Nightmare? This I was like,
Oh
guys,
man,
come on,
fucking goddamn Jolly Rancher sucking assholes.
can't do nothing. People underneath us, people above us, people around us, just like pecking at our shit. You know,
They everywhere.
we never have good ideas. When we have one, just let us keep it.
Yeah, I mean, like literally, the between both of us, we literally have two brain cells, and sometimes that shit sparks, and a good thing comes out. Can we not just can we not get a treat? Can we not keep a treat?
Bunch of goddamn hamburglers out there.
Hate them all. You know they'd rather go to Bojangles than KFC. I don't trust them.
By the way, that pool needs some
By
water.
the way, Bojangles tastes like shit. I don't care if you guys are fans or not. That
sucks
tastes like
ass.
garbage.
Hey, you know the one in Winchester got shut down. They took that shit
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, because they were serving raw chicken and fucking half hatched hamster eggs.
Yeah, dude, their hash browns taste like fish.
Mhm.
They don't even serve fish in there.
That's because it was fish. And it's supposed to be out of taters.
I had hash browns from Dunkin' Donuts the other day, dude. It smelled like someone.
Is it good?
No, it was fucking awful. Robert, why are you wearing sunglasses in the house? Jesus.
Because it looked cool, dog. He looks like one of those guys that was colorblind, and he got one of those colorblind seeing glasses for the first time, and he just can't take them off.
He's got tattoos on his fingers.
No, he doesn't. Does it
He
say
does.
love? LUV. I bet he's the kind of guy that would have LUV on one hand and then hate on the other, on the knuckles. Love and hate.
You know, Robert England was like, when you show me as myself, I want to be a painter in a studio. I want to show how artsy I am.
Look, I love Robert England. I think Robert England's a cool guy. I do, but ever since the Scarefest thing, I've been rubbed the wrong way by him. So I don't, you know,
Oh yeah.
yeah. I'm just. He's not like. I don't know. I feel like he targeted us for some reason. I mean, I know that's like egotistical in its way, but we were around that fucking row of actors, and then all of a sudden we got approached.
Yeah.
It's
They're
like, you
like,
can't
guys.
film here. You can't film.
Yeah, they're like, stop doing your stupid Michael Myers, Dr. Loomis jokes around Robert England.
Robert England had bad pancakes this morning at the Continental Breakfast, okay? And he is not in the mood.
Which, to be fair, they didn't say that. We just assumed it was Robert England because that's who we are.
I think he was Robert England. I almost feel like it was. I mean, look, I made fun of Malcolm McDowell at that Scarefest, and he didn't shut us down. And it literally, he heard me, and there was a big sign that says no fucking videography or whatever. And I still did it. And you know why? Because I'm running with the devil. I ran away really quick, though. Like, his fucking stare could cut butter, dude.
That shit was scary.
Malcolm McDowell could cut butter with that fucking stare. This is what the lead singer of the B-52s, the male guy, like when he realized Love Shack was going to be a hit.
Well, to be fair, dude, I mean, Carrie Ells isn't, I mean, I don't know, as big as Robert England, but he had a fucking tent. Like, you weren't
Oh,
even
yeah,
allowed,
dude.
you weren't even allowed
And,
to look at him unless you paid.
no, not just him, dude. Sean Astin. They both did.
Yeah.
They
So
had
come on.
they had a shower curtain, a fucking shower curtain around their booth, so
Yeah.
you couldn't peer upon the greatness. It was like, are you motherfucking Xerxes from 300, the God King?
Hey, guys, we got Ben Affleck over here, everybody. Well, dude, it's like,
You will find I am kind, unlike.
it's like, we stopped once to have a conversation in front of Kevin Nash's from WCW in front of his booth. We're just talking, and like his handler was like, "Excuse me, are you here for an autograph?" We're like, "No, we're not even fucking looking at him. We're having a
Look,
conversation."
I don't even want Big Bad Diesel's fucking autograph.
Like, move along.
Yeah,
Is he
dude,
gonna
that guy.
T-bird me?
Yeah, Kevin Nash was like spitting razor blades at us, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, dude, I don't give a shit about Diesel. Wasn't he Shawn Michaels' fucking bodyguard before he did anything? Like, I don't give a fuck. I like Kevin Nash, but like, yeah, he was totally douchey. And it's not really, he may not be in real life, but I mean, he might have been having a bad day or whatever, but I know that it was very douchey.
Yeah. Coming here.
Look how shiny those blades are. You know they are Ginsu. What is that song? Like a rock. Like a rock.
This is me trying to get my wife to sleep with me in the middle of the night while she's trying to sleep.
Pay attention to me, woman. That's, you know what? I don't like the glove that much. I got to be honest. You know what that looks like, dude? It looks like the claw from Toka and Razor.
It does. I like the idea of it, but
No, dude, it looks like Lord Zed's hand
it
from
does
Power
look
Rangers.
like That's hand, yeah. It looks cool sometimes. Other times it looks
and, and I got to give them credit. They were trying to go like with some kind of radical idea for the glove because it's always. But I was like, man, why do you fuck with something that's already working? You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's already a great, big, awesome, thing that people love, why fuck with it?
I think the idea of the whole movie is that though he wanted to do something different all the way around.
Well, I get. Well, he was trying to do the meta thing, so
yeah,
he was like, well, Freddy would be different, darker, meaner, stronger, faster, $1 million man situation in the real world. I don't know.
That looks like the Paranormal Activity House. Paranormal Activity House is what I meant to say.
It do.
Papa Dubba House. Papa John's Papa Diaz.
Sukiyaki sucker sue.
I'll have the cream of some guy.
You sucker to me.
A sucker to you.
First off, if your child is walking towards you like that, creepily, with the hand behind their back, do yourself a favor, Johnny Cage shadow kick them right to the back of the fucking cabinets because that's not them.
Oh, he's got the tape.
Whoop that ass!
Honestly,
Whoop
this is
that
just what
ass!
it's like with Ellie. I mean, pretty much my life. She's always
You know,
got
your
scissors.
kid
She's
wants
always
to
trying
go
to
to
cut me.
fucking Toys R Us and you tell him no.
Yeah, this is no different than my Tuesday. I don't know what she's so scared about.
She looking good though. I mean, even waking up out of bed half-assed and shit,
Yeah,
like,
it's
and she
definitely
had a
her best.
nightmare.
Definitely
Man,
her.
we could be having morning sex. I mean, it's just gonna happen.
Yeah, I feel bad for talking all that shit about her in those first two movies she was in.
She looked good in Nightmare 3.
Nope,
Yeah, she looked all right. She was coming up.
not for me. I'm coming up. I want the
Coming
world to
up.
know. Never sleep again.
Hey, bitch, when you're over there, can you put me some Hot Pockets on? Like,
Give me a fucking breakfast hot pocket.
hey, well, thank God the child can spell. So he found all that shit.
Stop watching my fucking movies, Dylan.
Answer the phone.
Answer the phone. I know that you're home. I want to get you alone. And do it again. Do it again.
There it is. Call back. Oh, shit.
I like that
Look
the
at all
kid
that Clorox coming out
with,
that boy's mouth.
with
He had
faced with
fucking,
adversity, he just
hey,
pukes.
that's what happens when you have too much Tide Pod. When you eat too many Tide Pods, kids, don't do it. Is that still a thing? I hope not.
He's a good actor, man. He's a good actor.
Yeah, I mean, he's all right. I mean, it's like, hey, act crazy and wild when they're carrying him.
I don't know,
Just
dude. Like
shake.
I would like to like coach a kid that's acting in a moment like that. Now, all right, when I look at you, freak the fuck out. I mean, freak the fuck out.
Yeah, and if you
Like,
can't get him to, just smack him in the face.
yeah, like just
And say action.
pretend that someone canceled Power Rangers. You know, fucking
Mhm.
lose your mind.
Hey, guess what, kid? You're never gonna play Fortnite again. And then they go crazy.
Ah!
Minecraft is canceled.
No more YouTube.
Well, that would be us then. Oh my god! Oh my god! We got to stream on Facebook.
That will be us when they cancel us.
Oh, for
When we
sure.
finally get canceled.
I
I'll
feel
just
like that was me right like 5 minutes ago when you told me somebody stole our idea about the scream. Like inside, I was eternally doing the same thing. Or internally, I was like, ah.
Like, lady,
I
you're way
like
too
I
sensitive.
I like that lady though. She reminds me of a black nurse Ratchet.
Yeah, I can see that. No. Hey, we're over the halfway
She
point,
was in
man.
something else too, and I can't remember. I always want to say, uh, oh shit, there's Lin Shay right there. Holy fuck,
Yup.
dude! I'm telling you right now, underrated actress.
Yep.
Loved her in fucking Insidious, man. She rocked the shit out of that. No, they gave him morphine. Like, no one can hear you. Reminds me of that Rose Red. He's somewhere above you. He's somewhere above you. You have to reach him.
Good God.
Yes.
That
Bring it out.
Oktoberfest is speaking to me.
You're gonna start foaming at the mouth like he did.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
you
you
run out
like
of
the
cigarettes.
covers? See, I'm so stupid. I wouldn't even know that was Rex. I'd be like, oh, he likes the covers. Bring him another cover.
Well, he can't be here.
Hey,
He's got
lady, I think this is called coaching your child to say what you want them to say. I'm just going out on a limb here. Yes, home. That's where you want to be, where I let you watch horror movies that you're not old enough to watch and have nightmares.
Yeah, you want your fucking dinosaur? Then you better get out of this hospital.
Even though, I will admit, everybody, Mike and everybody, I watched horror movies. I was probably his age. I'm probably younger than him.
Yeah.
I was 7 or 8 when I watched Nightmare on Elm Street 1, so no big deal.
Yeah. Back in the day, it's different now, dude. Back in the day, our parents let us watch fucking everything.
Well, I was raised by my grandparents, so they're fucking old. They didn't know anything.
Can you
And
not
they were
like?
like, "Oh, I just going to that downtown video." Which, by the way, downtown video, they just gave you a very blank ass, black cassette or videotape case. It didn't have a title on it except for like a piece of tape that had like in pen a Nightmare on Elm Street. They didn't look at that shit.
Yeah, the only thing your parents would get mad about is something they saw on the news. Like, you better not be watching Beavis and Butthead, but I'm fine with you watching Arnold Schwarzenegger murder 1,000 people with a fucking Uzi. That's
Well,
cool.
I also got, where me and my brother were brought into, my grandparents raised this. Mark and Steven were my uncles. They were already like 14 and 15 years old, so they were already into this shit, like in the
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street stuff. And they could rent that stuff, so we got exposed early on. Like, it's like, don't be a pussy, okay? I don't care if you fucking fell and hit your head on the concrete. Walk it off, you asshole.
Yeah.
Are
That's
you a
like,
pussy? Are you a tampon? Are you a pansy? Like,
yeah.
no.
My dad didn't watch horror movies, so I didn't get indoctrinated to them till later. But action movies, the Steven Seagal shit, all that shit, the only thing they made me do was close my eyes when boobies came on.
That's
And
it.
they didn't
That's
even
all
pay
it
attention
takes
to make
is,
sure I was doing it because I peeked through my fucking fingers at them titties. But other than that,
Yeah,
they let
dude.
me watch everything.
I remember we were watching Double Impact, and the part on the boat where he's fucking that girl, and she's like, "Oh yeah, you like it." When Alex is like imagining Chad's fucking his woman, you remember?
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, "Oh yeah," and it looks like a fucking, it looks like a
Do that. Do it one more time.
it
Do
looks
it one
like
more
a,
time.
it looks like a, wait, oh yeah, yeah. It looks like a
I just went
Drakkar,
60 midnight.
yeah, yeah. It looks like a Drakkar Noir commercial, like for cologne. And they were like, they're like, throw a fucking blanket on your head. And I had a blanket on my head, dude, but they had holes in it, so I was watching the whole scene. I was like, this is great.
Yeah, dude. I would literally cover my eyes and just look between my fingers. That's it. Didn't teach me anything about how to make love to a woman, by the way. Like, if you want to learn how to make love to a woman, do not watch 80s action movies because they will
No.
not teach you how.
Yeah. And first off, yeah, and if you're gonna try to make love to a woman watching 80s action movies, first off, you're gonna think that you can aggressively take them like
Yeah, you
Jean-Claude.
cannot.
And you
Especially in
cannot
today's
do that. And there's not gonna be like a sunset happening over your shoulder, and it's gonna be the perfect like light that's
Yeah.
in the bedroom. It's not gonna happen like that either. And you're not gonna be as built or as athletic as Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
You're just
Yeah.
not gonna be any of those things. So don't do that.
Yeah, don't take your clues on how to hit on women from movies.
Well, see,
because
that's
it just,
why I think that kids that grew up watching those movies were smarter. Like they were like, "There's no fucking way you can get a woman like that." Because you know what? You try it and you get smacked down into the fucking gutter,
Yeah.
and you learn. You learn the hard way, sir. You
Yeah,
can't do.
because we don't look like young Steven Seagal. You know what I mean? Like, we don't look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, for them,
You
they
don't look
maybe
like. Well, I'm not even Steven Seagal, because Steven Seagal, even when he was younger, he wasn't that good looking. Jean-Claude Van Damme
I
was
was
was Adonis. Back
Yeah.
in the day, when Jean-Claude Van Damme started out, he was a
Yeah.
good looking fucking dude.
And Schwarzenegger just had women throwing themselves at him. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't even
Yeah,
have to
because
try.
milk is for babies. I drink beer.
Yeah. Like, look at the fucking guy.
Wes Craven's like, let me show you something. This is the new painting I was working on. Here, have some tea.
Dude, Wes Craven, like, honest to God, like, I get sad every time I see him because he's just like the most soft-spoken, sweet-looking guy in the whole world. Like, I would love to have worked. Like, you don't see like Hollywood people, like big directors and stuff, and you'd be like, man, I really would have liked to work with that guy. But Wes Craven, like, if your first movie was working under him, that you couldn't get any better. He just seems like such a nice guy.
Wes Craven looks like he would have a wealth of information that you can get from him, and he would be more than willing to give it to you. And he would be a really nice guy. I don't think we'd ever be in a position to be able to work with him, but I mean, interviewing him would be a treat. Like being able to interview a guy like Wes Craven, I think he would be a really honest, open dude, and he would just be like, hey guys, don't try to impress me with your corny ass jokes and your bullshit lyrics. Okay, let's just talk here.
And it's crazy because he's not like all a horror guy. Like if you look at his filmography, like he made like a family movie like about listening to the music or some shit like that. I think he's just like a sweet, sensitive dude who just happened to trip into the horror industry and like was good at it.
Well, I think that there's a lot of I think there's honestly a lot of dudes though that are directors that you would look at them and be like, there's no way you fucking do horror movies.
All that being said,
like look at Stephen King. He doesn't do horror movies, but that motherfucker looks like he sells books. Like he tries to sell ebooks on Amazon.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's like one of the best prolific horror writers of all time.
I will say though, dude, this scene right here, as much as I love Wes Craven's acting and I love seeing him in the movie, and I think this is cool, it's where the entire movie falls to shit for me. The fact that Wes Craven, like, if you actually went to Wes Craven and you're like, hey, I think Freddy Krueger from the movies is attacking me, and he's like, well, sometimes when the stories end, the darkness comes after you. Like, that is so stupid to me.
I think he was trying. I get what they were trying to do. That the essence of this ancient kind of evil was trapped inside of this caricature of this creature that he made because it liked it so much, and that now that the movies have ended and you can't keep making movies, that it's going to jump out into our world. I get what they were going for. It was just maybe
That's fucking
badly
stupid.
executed. It kind of reminds me of Scream 3 a little bit, but I still like it. I didn't mind it too much. But Scream 3 was the same kind of way though. Like it got where they were on a movie set and the whole fucking thing was happening in this way. I feel like Scream 1, this was the prototype for Scream, and then Scream 3 was like a reimagining of New Nightmare.
Yeah, this scene knocks me right out of the boat for the whole movie.
I don't know. I
so
still want to
dumb.
have a brandy with Wes Craven in this scene,
Of
and I don't
course.
even drink liquor.
No, like I said, dude, I love Wes Craven's acting. I think he does a good job in the role, but I think that this part of the story is just obnoxious as hell.
Well, I mean, I guess there's a reason why it's so low ranked. I mean, well, it's the fifth lowest
Well, box
grossing.
office wise, it's ranked
Well,
low.
yeah, it's the fifth lowest grossing Nightmare on Elm Street in the series.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the minority. Most people fucking love this movie.
Or no, it might be the lowest. I think it was the lowest. No, it's the lowest grossing.
Yeah. But again, there's a story behind that. I think another movie came out like right at the same time and something got fucked up, but I have to look it up. But
Yeah,
really,
I
this
don't.
movie doing so poorly is the only reason we ever got Freddy vs. Jason. Because
Yeah.
before they weren't going to do it.
Well, it kind of sucks though, man, because I still like this movie is heads and tails way above Nightmare 6 in all regards, like
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
And it
fun.
really sucks that this was the last time that Wes Craven ever touched Nightmare on Elm Street because I feel like he could have like I don't know, I'm not saying that he would have come back and done anything with it years later, but if he were still alive, but it's possible that he would have been a consultant on something like what Blumhouse is doing with Halloween.
Yeah. No, absolutely, dude. I think he could have come back and really just done it. That's why I'm happy that the Wes Craven estate has the rights to the franchise. I just wish we would get some fucking news on what was going to happen next.
Well, I mean, they're taking offers, so who the fuck knows? I don't know.
There's a chance. Maybe they just decide nothing's good enough and they're just not going to do shit.
You know what? I respect that
Yeah.
because I mean, listen, I mean, the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, really, really donkey fucked it. I mean, there are some cool scenes in Nightmare on Elm Street remake, but overall, it was just a bad movie. I think that what they're thinking to themselves is like, would Wes like approve of this script, or would he be down with this?
Yeah.
Oh, she's got the coffee machine. Oh, fucker, is that Folgers? It better be, because you're
Better
gonna
be some strong shit.
Hey, but this reminds me of when we do Man versus Movie. We gotta have coffee. Well, actually, in our case, it's gonna be Domino's Pizza on the left and a beer on the right.
Yeah, for the rest of the movie, for me, man, it's like after that scene, I'm like, there's cool scenes in this, and I enjoy watching them. But the story, I'm out. I'm out. Like Shark Tank, dude. I'm fucking out.
So I just looked this up. New Nightmare was released on weird, dude, October 14th, 94. We're almost there on the same day. While we're shooting this, I mean. It grossed almost 20 million at the box office on a budget of 8 million, making it the poorest performing film in the Nightmare series, according to Wikipedia.
I wonder why. Like, I know there's a story behind why it did so poorly.
So on what did I say? A budget of 20 million? No, it grossed 20 million, but on a budget of 8 million, and it only made 20. It only made that much. That's fucking crazy, man. Maybe because people were so pissed off that Nightmare 6 was supposed to be Freddy's Dead and they taglined it that way, and that was supposed to be it, and then they come out with a new Nightmare and they're like, oh my God, and they roll their eyes.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. I think there's a big reason for it. I can't remember what the fuck it was.
It's like, Freddy's Glove is stupid. I won't subscribe to this.
And it got positive reviews too. It got positive reviews. It came out to a 78% on Rotten Tomatoes, even though Rotten Tomatoes wasn't out there back then.
Rotten.
But
they're rotten.
Yeah, dude. Why the fuck? I'm gonna go to Box Office Mojo. I want to look up.
I'm gonna have to watch Never Sleep Again and see what they say about it because I
Wait.
know that they'll probably mention it.
What month did you say? You said it came out
October 14th, 1994.
He looks good here, dude.
Yeah, he looks badass. He looks scary as fuck. He's bulked up too. That motherfucker's on that goddamn steroid injection.
Yeah, dude.
His ass looking good. His legs look thick. He's not missed leg day.
I like how angry his face looks.
Again, I know that he was going like look at the makeup is so better than fucking Nightmare 6. So much better.
Absolutely.
That looks cool as fuck. And his eyes are like fucking like ice blue and shit. Look like Sub-Zero is having a vacation in there. Yeah, dude. Like it's weird. Like this is literally the poorest fucking performing Nightmare movie
Oh,
of
you know
all
what
of
it
them.
is?
It's
You know what
so
it is, dude?
weird.
If you went to see this in 1994 in theaters was Shawshank Redemption,
Mhm.
The Specialist with Sylvester Stallone,
Yeah,
which obviously didn't do that great.
yeah,
Little Giants,
that's good.
Pulp Fiction released the same day.
Woo!
Pulp Fiction released the same day. Clerks released the week after that.
Whoa!
Puppet Masters, ironically, released
Yeah,
later.
it's not.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I think Pulp Fiction might have stole its thunder. I think
Pulp
that was the
Fiction
big thing.
and Shawshank Redemption probably took away the thunder.
Yeah, and then 2 weeks later, dude, Double Dragon came out. If you could believe that shit.
Well, here's a little other interesting thing. Apparently, Craven had intended to ask Johnny Depp to make an appearance as himself, but was too timid to ask him. It said upon reaching into each other after the film release, Depp said he would have been happy to do it. Which kind of goes back to the fact that, I thought it would have been cool to have all the original cast members show up and have a kind of a final show off or something.
Yeah.
That kind of sucks, dude. That again, it goes back to what you were saying about Wes Craven being such a nice dude. Well, it looks like you're a cutter.
Johnny
What
Depp
kind of
would-
angry music have you been listening to? System of a Down or Disturbing or
Johnny Depp
Disturbed?
would have put this over the top, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that, and it goes back to the fact that Wes Craven was such a nice guy that he was too timid to ask Johnny Depp because at that point
Yeah.
he was a blown up major action, or not action star, but just a major movie star. He was too afraid to ask him.
That sucks about Wes Craven, dude. It would be really nice to have him around making movies right now.
Well, it's
imagine
not-
if he did it. They'd probably talk him into doing another one of these at this
Dude,
point.
that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I was looking at Wes Craven, and I mentioned that earlier when you were on PP break time, that you look at Wes Craven, you know that he's gone now. Like, how many great movies we could have got out of him, or like,
Yep.
or like how many more projects that he would have been involved in, and what he would have, given to the horror community. And I don't mean to speak ill about John Carpenter here, but it really felt like Wes Craven was the Steven Spielberg of horror movies. That he was very giving and very nice and very open to interviews and proud of his work and just more involved with the fans. I'm not saying that John Carpenter isn't, but John Carpenter always comes off as very like, I don't give a fuck if you like me. I need to collect my check.
Yep.
And again, I know people are going to hate on that, but I mean, you got to look at it like that. Like John Carpenter comes off as a very rock star
And that's
kind of dude.
and that's fine. But I think Wes Craven, like you said, would have been the antithesis of that, which would have been
Yeah.
nice. You know.
And I think that Wes Craven would be more than happy to sit down and talk to you about anything from, Nightmare on Elm Street or They, another movie that a lot of people didn't see or whatever. I think it was called They.
Yeah.
Or Scream
They
or
or
whatever,
some shit,
whatever. I mean, he would be happy and more than willing to talk to you about it if you're a fan.
Dude,
And-
what I appreciate the most about Wes Craven is he had just as many misses as he did hits. You know what I mean? But he kept going. I mean, he kept making shit. And like
Not about how many
for every
shots
miss
you
there
hit,
was
it's
a
about how
hit.
many times you can hit and get back up. Yeah.
Exactly, man. Exactly. God damn it.
So apparently, also just a little extra follow up here. New Nightmare is Robert Englund's favorite Nightmare movie.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, he says, I think it stands the test of time. A fun reunion with original cast members like Heather and John Saxon. Wes's script is clever and original, the self-referential horror story.
Dude, I love how like that bitch had the nerve to be like, you haven't let your kid watch your films, have you? But then they got him in a fucking cage like he's got something contagious.
Yeah, like he's
If you're
Hannibal
gonna judge
Lecter's
her-
son.
Yeah, he's doing this because he saw Nightmare on Elm Street once. Get the fuck out of here. His dad just died. At least
How
go there
dare you
first.
show your child at such a young age a horror movie, you piece of poop?
Yeah. It's the horror movies that are doing it.
It's the same people that blame Mortal Kombat back in the day for like corrupting youth.
Yeah. Movies don't create psychos, Sid. They make psychos more creative.
First off, you better keep your little ass in that fucking bag.
Yeah.
Oh shit, now you're
Yeah.
paying for that.
Get back in the bag, Miko. Get
Too
your
late,
ass
my
back in
ass.
the bag.
Not too late for an injection of a little bit of morphine.
Don't you growl at me,
Whoa.
you little shit.
Oh!
He
God
just pooped
damn.
it out of smell.
Black bean soup. Motherfucker served him Mexican.
What'd you do that for?
No, man. But I mean, honestly, I mean, I didn't want this to only be about an ass lick on fucking Wes Craven. But honestly,
There's a
guys,
nice
if
ass
you
lick.
guys, if you guys understood, like, if he were still around, Jesus Christ, man. And I gotta be honest, man. I gotta be up there. I would rather Wes Craven. Honestly, I'd rather Wes Craven direct a new movie than John Carpenter right now. Not
Yeah,
saying like which one
no,
were dead or alive, but if,
dude,
if it
he's
was between, like, if you got John Carpenter or Wes Craven, which one would you rather see a new original project from? I think I'll take Wes Craven. I will. I'll take Wes Craven on it.
I actually do agree with this doctor at this point though, because I'd smack the shit out of him and be like, Freddy Krueger doesn't have your kid, you fucking crazy person.
Who would you take?
Oh, she took him. What'd you say?
Who would you take?
Raven or Carpenter?
No, can you still hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No,
I
no.
was
Okay, so I was saying, like, I know people might disagree, but if it, like, and I'm not wishing one were dead and the other was alive or anything like that. I'm just saying, if someone was like, all right, you have one horror movie, it has to be original, so you either have Wes Craven or John Carpenter. Which one are you picking? I said I'd pick Wes Craven.
I would pick Wes Craven because he has the highest ceiling. I think John Carpenter makes a movie, you know what you're gonna get, and that's great. And that's a fucking knockout. That's awesome. That's dope as shit. But if Wes Craven does a new movie, dude, he has the highest ceiling.
True.
And I'd be rooting for him because not only did he create Nightmare on Elm Street, but he created Scream.
The
Nobody
people under
has.
the stairs.
Yeah, dude. But just I'm talking about like
Oh,
heavyweights
heavy
like
hitters.
Mount
Yeah.
Rushmore. Wes Craven has two people on Mount Rushmore.
Oh,
The thought that he could put a third on there would be the coolest, like fucking Brett Favre late in your career comeback story you've ever heard of. So I would actually
no,
go
and
Craven.
not losing the Super Bowl or not on the way to the Super Bowl with the Vikings.
Shut up about that.
That
You
team
know
be
what?
stacked, dog. That
Now
team
you
was stacked.
now you've upset me. And after the scene where Freddy shows his poo poo pants, I'm gonna have to take a pee pee break.
Calm your rumbly tumbly. It was a long time ago.
No, no,
Yeah, but I mean,
no.
honestly, man, like, I don't know. I just think it's gotta. You know what? I don't know we're gonna get hit on this, but guess what? Hey, guy. Hey, dude. I thought you were a Halloween channel, dude. Uh, I think Wes Craven was more creative than John Carpenter. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. I really think he was.
You know,
Well, you said it. You said it yourself. You said he would have a ceiling was a lot higher for him because he
yeah,
would
yeah, I
at
guess
least
I
have the
did.
balls to go out and do
Yeah,
something.
yeah, I guess I did. Yeah.
Now time for trickle too.
Yeah, this is the part where Freddy shows up, right? I don't want to miss this, but I gotta pee.
Oh, dude, you're gonna miss the best part. We're gonna have a throwback to Freddy 1.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to pee yet. Get out
Dude,
of there, Heather. Let the weird
I
shit
promise
happen.
you, I will bring your
Gone.
Xanax.
Hey, Jay, you gonna go nanny or Heather?
On this one,
Yeah,
I'm going Heather. I like
me
the
too, dude.
experience. I like the little gray thing. I like all of it. I even like her Sam Neill Jurassic Park outfit work. She's working
Yeah,
there.
yeah, I'm gonna go with that too.
She can attack my wiener. Archaeologist.
Hey, CPS, you get your hands off her.
Oh God, this fucking no face bitch. No, now the other one, the white girl that was next to her, she looked like more like Nurse Ratched.
She does like she's gonna go hunting for dinosaurs, though. I gotta give her that.
And she does. We've had
Why don't
exciting.
you mind
Okay,
your
by the way,
goddamn
guys,
business?
here's a pinpoint for you when it's all gonna go south. When they say we've had an exciting day, when they use we instead of you know you're fucked. It's like a cop's like, we've had an exciting day, haven't we?
Yeah,
We've robbed the liquor store, we've
flat out
stolen a
rude.
car, and we went on a joyride in a car that wasn't your own. It's like, I never did any of that. Like, what do you mean? I was just pulled over for like speeding. No, you match the description of a felon. She looks like the fucking teapot in Beauty and the Beast.
She's a good nanny, though. At least she was like, "You're not putting that in that fucking kid." But
Not
there
the
you go,
blonde chick,
Nurse
the
Nurse
nurse.
Ratchet's sidekick.
Yeah, the teapot, the
Yeah.
evil teapot.
Oh,
Boom!
bitch went down.
Bam! Bitch goes down. Yeah, I was
Bitch.
just saying. Bam! Bitch went down. Oh, poor Rose McGowan
I'll
before she
send
went
you a
psycho
copy.
and Sinead O'Connor her fucking hair.
I mean, she's at least a good nanny. You got to respect the nanny.
Yeah,
She's
but
got.
I mean, is it really worth the money that she's probably paying her? Probably not.
No,
She's got that what's that what's that redneck fucking brand called that they all wear?
Carhartt.
Carhartt. She got that Carhartt jacket on.
Yeah.
She probably smells like Marlboro Reds and like a little bit of perfume.
I
The
like this
nanny.
chick's like, hey, look, I'm trying to take your kid away from you, but could you help me out and answer some questions? Like,
Sure.
no, there's a psycho serial killer after us, and you're trying to take my kid from me, and you're being rude about it.
She
By the
looks
way,
hot though. Her face looks symmetrical as fuck.
yeah, it's going on. That's for sure.
Mhm. It's happening. I don't know if it's because I'm just like it's like one of those moments like when you're having a really nightmare sequence that you get more turned on. You know, like they always say like explosions and war and shit like turn people on. I've heard it somewhere. I don't know.
Sorry, that was just the bleeding. It
It's
was the
okay.
bleeding.
I saw it. It was good. It was really nice. You saying drugs is causing that bleeding? It's like it's
Yeah, yeah,
drugs.
yeah.
You
My
can't.
arm's bleeding. Could you please put my kid in foster care? Because that will make me feel a lot better about my arm bleeding.
Drugs, Mrs. Langdon.
He didn't even take the pill. Oh, but they stuck him with that bullshit. Here we go. Got that
Whoa!
poopy
Coming up
hat.
like you like a
He's
bill
got that poopy
collector.
green hat and them fucking islands.
He look like that bill collector. Hey, you behind on your payments, bitch? Go cancel.
Yeah, yeah. I'm scared because there's a giant fucking monster behind.
Woo! Tell
Now
her.
you're momming it.
Yeah, really, she's not really been a mom right now. She's been like a chick that just found out that she had a kid on Maury.
Mind your fuckhole, lady. You let me in that room. Now we're gonna get leather pants. We're gonna get poopy pants McGee. Look at him. It's gonna be a play on that one scene, right?
Mhm. Come on now, let's get to it.
That's fucking scary. By the way, that's a good scene.
In the cat, which all young boys did at some age. I'm kidding. We love cats.
He's handling this well. Thank God for all the drugs. Now you're not gonna reach her. You're not that tall. You're fucked. Oh,
Oh, I hate that fucking
that noise
sound.
was
Why do you have to
nasty.
crack a lackle?
Dude, he's scary right there.
I know, man.
That's literally me if that was that scene. Ah!
That's how I am when I watch The Grudge.
Oh Jesus.
When the first time that the Grudge bitch popped out, that's exactly what I did.
Hey bitch,
Ah!
blew the raptor out because you're gonna need his help.
Your babysitter dead. But guess what? You get to save that $50 that you're gonna pay her.
It's true. She doesn't have to pay her for babysitting because she was gonna charge overtime at this point.
So, you think that there were cameras in there, like a CCTV? Like, you know that shit's gonna go on Nuke's top 5 or something.
That's true. Yeah, hey, why don't you blame me for this bitch as his parent? All right, I gotta pee, man. I gotta pee.
All right,
Go back.
you idiot. Oh fuck. He's a really good sleepwalker. He's gonna walk across the interstate. Shit, do you have trank darts? I can stop him. Nobody wakes up. Like, you know what? I know these castmates might be really close, but I'm gonna tell you what, if I worked on a movie with somebody and I hadn't talked to them really in a long time, but kind of remained friends with them and they called me in the middle of the night just because they have my number, I'm not gonna wake up like, what happened? No, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? Call my agent tomorrow and we'll set something up. Now get the fuck off my phone. Click. And then I roll over to the hooker that I just bought, be like, we're having to change my number tomorrow. When I say hooker, I mean my girlfriend. Not a hooker, but you know. Ah! Look at guys, you see that in the sky when Freddy just appeared? That's what happens, ladies and gentlemen, when you have had too much chocolate on Halloween. You see weird shit. I'm not saying you're gonna walk in the middle of traffic, but you're gonna see shit like that. Oh fuck. At least he's helping you out a little bit. Look, you can jump up high. You got that 38 vertical leap. Boom. That's a 47. There you go. Nobody wants you. I do, but Freddy don't want you. Ha! Here we go, guys. The Terminator 2 scene. T-1000's in that bitch. Oh, if it broke open. Is that liquid nitrogen? Your son floating, dog. Whoopsie daisy. That's what happens when you don't stretch before you run across multiple traffic lanes. Look at all them fakeries. Dylan's an asshole. You know, I like Miko Hughes. He does a good job, but he's he's a little asshole. You heard your mom yelling for you. I mean, you look back and made eye contact with me for fuck's sake. Do not give me that bullshit that you didn't hear me. What's that? What kind of plates of that? Say Oklahoma? What the fuck is going on? I thought we were in like Los Angeles. Okay. You didn't call the cops. You didn't call nobody. But okay, you're gonna run in here and Action Jackson it. I get it. I respect it. But come on. So you think the little kid's gonna answer you, even though he ran across 5 fucking lanes of highway when you were yelling at him, and he was like, "Whoa, I don't hear you, baby." This is pretty cool. I like how everything like it kind of like morphs into the first movie though. It's kind of cool. It's like some Jumanji shit. I don't know. Because John Saxon switches back to her Deathio from the first movie. There we go. This is cool as fuck, though. I love it because she says she has to believe because she knows that that's the only way to kill Freddy, for real, kill Freddy. She's got to believe in this atmosphere that he wants to make. It's pretty cool. This is actually a cool scene, man. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I know it's all. Hey, somebody's cutting some onions up there. Here comes who farted under the bed. No, it's just Freddy. But I love this. Like Freddy's trying to come into the world, but he has to have Heather Langenkamp can't believe in that character. Like Wes Craven said, you have to be Nancy one more time. See, I love this. I love this. It's like all setting it up. Don't call me John. Call me Dad. Call me Daddy. Call me Papa. Look at that. That's badass. Look, he's got the badge on his belt. Oh my God. It's so fucking cool. This is cool, man. I don't give a fuck what you say about the movie. This shit, this particular scene is badass. Like, and Freddy's waiting. All she's got to do is believe. And again, it goes back to the fact that she knows this is how she beats Freddy. And like Wes said, you gotta be Nancy one more time. Say it. Say it. Freddy's like, say it, bitch. Time to get it in the game. That stupid bitch. She believes. It's like you have to make believe with your kids or something. Like your kids being like, I'm a super duper Power Ranger, and you got to pretend like you're Rita Repulsa or something. You don't want to do it, but it's the only way to make it real for them. That was cool. Nosferatu shot there on the wall, like a shadow thing. Get yourself some AA there, John. So you drunk right now while you're on duty? Duty? Guys, we are currently in 1 hour and almost 29 minutes of this. And I gotta say, I'm enjoying this way better than Nightmare. Why don't you pay me some more money so I can shit in your mouth? Part 6. It's a little interesting. It's weird. I'll say it's weird, but I'm having, you know, hey, how'd you get them jammies on? Like, see, but you know what? You're believing it. You got the bars on the windows for the first one. Cool.
Hey, did I miss the highway scene?
Yeah, you missed all that.
God damn it. I love that scene. It's probably
It's
the
all
best scene in
cool.
the movie.
But I like the part where, well, she got to the part where she was like, "I love you too, Daddy," when John Saxon becomes her dad
Yeah.
again, and Freddie comes up through the bed like a condom that's stretched too far, and he's like, and he's like waiting on her to say it, and she's like, "I love you too, Daddy," and then he comes in. That was bad. I love that scene.
I love the highway scene, man. That looks so cool when there's all those Freddies.
It's like, yeah, but that shit looked like a parade at Macy's Thanksgiving parade where just a bunch of fake shit is running down the
Today's
street.
the
And I'm not
Macy's
talking about the
Day
announcers,
Parade.
even though they look all plastic too. But yeah, but it's weird. She ran into the house before this and she yelled Dylan like he was going to answer her. That little asshole didn't answer you when he was running across 4 lanes of traffic. You were yelling at him. So why would he answer you when you ran into your house? Be like, Dylan!
I think that the optics of that scene are the coolest in the entire franchise next to when he's doing the puppet master thing in Nightmare
Hey
3.
man, imagine this if you got, well, they didn't want to reveal what Freddy looked like in this movie, but imagine, like, you know when Freddy like appears in the clouds, like you smoke too much ganja and he
Yeah,
looks up and he sees Freddy in the cloud. What if that had been the poster and it had been like New Nightmare?
that would have been cooler. They probably would have made more money if they
Yeah, but
done that.
it would have revealed too much about what Freddy looked like because he didn't quite look like the old school
Ah, that's
Freddy.
true. Yeah.
But you could have had the clouds over a highway or something like that and then had his eyes or something.
Fucked up your dinosaur, bro.
I'm gonna go pee in the toilet.
All right.
We almost done with this dog.
We're almost there.
Okay. Sweet dreams.
Maybe if you got your kids some cooler toys instead of these yellow pills, this wouldn't have happened. A bunch of people were calling me Nancy when I had my hair dyed like that. Now it looks blonde. I wish it would look gray. I don't know how to make that happen. I'm gonna have to look up Just for Men or some shit. Pissed that I missed the highway scene. That shit looks so cool. Why are you taking those pills for? Oh, there's another one. Lucky. Stop. Like, I don't think they're there by luck, lady. Damn, you're not even gonna drink some water with that shit? It's stuck in your throat. I mean, honestly, if you take that many of these pills, any of this shit's gonna happen. It's a slip and slide. Yay! Fucked up on couch. How much do this shit? Fuck that. Look at that bat. That's not a bat. That's a fucking pterodactyl. Freddy is moving on up. Got a nice place. Fuck that boiler room bullshit. It's the new millennium. Motives are incidental. Hey, Ethan, you ever seen Scream? Damn it. Okay. Nice fucking place. Again, compared to the many of the other sequels, this movie has some of the best scares, the best looks, the best scenery, the best dialogue. It's just the story. I just can't buy into it. It's just so fucking stupid that it ruins the movie for me in the most part. Still better than five, still better than six, still better than the remake. I'm struggling putting it over four, but it's probably I don't remember what we ranked it. I think this whole franchise. You know how that shit goes. Your mind changes. And I love when people are like, "You're not allowed to change your mind. You said this last time." It's like, man, we're just movie watching people like anybody else. You know, opinions change.
Did Jason die yet?
Yeah, I hope so.
Oh shit! This
She
is the
went through
part
the
where
waterfall and
he
Freddy's
bursts out of
bunghole.
the grave and pulls his mask down, huh?
Yeah, you need to wear some shoes if you're gonna go to Freddy's lair like that.
She got them Bruce Lee shoes on.
Oh, is that script signed?
That's worth some money. Yeah, this shit. Yeah, I'm not gonna say I like this too much. The way that the narration's going, the way that it's overdubbed, it kind of reminds me of like Never Ending Story or some shit,
Yeah.
but not the good one, the shitty one, like Never Ending Story Part 3. Dylan, you almost became killing because I almost stabbed you.
Thanks, Freddy.
Oh yeah, and this is also well, I guess it is a reference to Hansel and Gretel because the whole thing where he gets trapped in the stove.
Oh, I hate snakes. I hate them.
Touch it, kiss it.
His face is a little plastic here. It was scarier earlier.
How you know this motherfucker's ready to strike? You just put that
Ah,
shit right in his eye.
sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Shit!
Yeah. Tell that mean old man.
That motherfucker looks like he is ready to open up for Mudvayne.
Touch
Like the
that bug
hype
out.
man for Mudvayne or Guar.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie though, I like I like the way he looks, man.
Yeah, it looks good.
I'm not such a hot topic on the glove, but I think he looks overall good except for the leather pants.
Yeah, I think he does too. Definitely the best he's looked in several movies.
Well, yeah, and the last again, well, I know why Wes Craven would never have used the Nightmare 2, which arguably is the best makeup that has ever been used on Freddy, because he hated that director.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if he personally hated the director, but the director talked a lot of shit on Wes Craven, and I'm sure it got back to Wes Craven.
Oh yeah.
It's like his people told his people, and their 2 friends told their 5 friends.
I don't think that from the beginning, from the first movie throughout, they ever really got a handle on what Freddy's powers exactly were, how powerful he was, when they're in the dream state, whatnot. Because honestly, dude, if you're in a dream state and he's the master of dreams and all this shit, none of this shit you wouldn't be able to run away around a corner and escape him. I mean, he would just be able to appear anywhere. He'd
Well,
be
I
unstoppable.
think it, I think he's only in he can only move, like he's got a lot of power inside of a dream world, but it's within the constraints of the rules of the dream world or something.
I guess it's about how powerful your mind is. But if
Yeah,
your
or
mind's
something
that
like that.
powerful, you'd be able to construct your own nightmare for him.
Well, I think Wes Craven laid down the basic foundation of him in the first one, and then they just took it and they made their own thing. But yeah, he's a demon that literally lives inside of a dream. So he's already got used to these powers and shit. So if you're just entering into his realm, he's like, bitch, this is my dominion. This is my domain. You're gonna have dominoes when I tell you to have it. I don't care if you want Papa John's.
Yeah, I think the first one had the only real fear essence. The second one was sort of the same thing. But since then, it was just people poorly trying to recreate it. And then in this, you have like a gothic type of Freddy. It's more like Pan's Labyrinth type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's what happened. I think that in Freddy 2, they changed a lot of things because it became more of a possession story.
Yeah.
Look because the director, which I did like Freddy 2, the director just was not impressed with the whole Freddy Nightmare on Elm Street thing. And then in Nightmare 3, it got back to kind of what he was doing, and then it kind of it expanded on Freddy's. Like I just assume Freddy is like almost like a genie in the dream world, but there's rules that he has to follow.
Yeah.
He's constrained by certain rules where if you were dreaming, and I guess if you get control or whatever, you're not constrained. It's like fucking Morpheus and Neo.
Well, he kind of has Superman syndrome in a way for me, because it's like Superman is like, he has all the powers, he's completely unstoppable, so it's hard to believe when somebody, it's not even like, look at that mouth. What that mouth do though, Freddy? Jesus.
If a bitch open her mouth up like that, you know you got a good relationship for the rest of your life.
He should be so unstoppable, it's not even a fight. You know, that's creepy as shit, dude. That is gnarls.
It's nasty. Yeah, it's kind of like Thanos in the comic books, because the only way that Thanos can be beaten is if he allows himself to be beaten.
Yeah.
Subconsciously. Thanos always loses because subconsciously he wants to be beaten.
Yeah, it's a dichotomy, dude, because it's like you want the bad guy to be super powerful and scary, but to be so powerful and scary that like it just
look at that tongue action though.
A fight? That's nasty.
Woo!
That is nasty.
Fruit roll up. Put it in your mouth.
That's scary, dude. That's a great scene.
I've had a girl kiss me like that. Literally, it felt like that going down my throat all the way to my anus.
And his face is fucking scary too.
Long ass tongue just suffocating me.
But then again, why would a kid be able to stop that? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, well, like I said, maybe it is. Maybe it's a willpower thing.
Got it.
But then again, it could be a willpower thing mixed in with like a genie in a bottle, but it's still constrained by rules. It has to follow rules. Like it seems like limitless power, but it's not, because it has to follow rules that are set in place. Whereas if you're a human,
scary.
I know. But I mean, it could still be scary. But I mean, if you don't know the rules or if you don't know how to do it.
But I think watching this, you know that Nancy and the kid are going to survive. Like, I think you just know that already. So it's like, I don't know. The first movie had this wild card, and none of them since that have had it.
So he's the devil. You're the devil.
Right.
Well, Nightmare 3, I'm sure it was a shock to people that Nancy died in that one.
Yeah. But she died in the most non-scary.
Well, no, but a lot of people probably assumed that Nancy would live along with majority of the Elm Street kids because she was a original character and she died. So
it's one of those things. So I can point out the problems with it, but I couldn't tell you how to fix it either. So you got to respect it nonetheless. And this is just a cool ending scene. The whole fucking thing. It's the snakes.
Well, if this was the ending from the shitastic that was Freddy 6, I'd be okay with this. Like if this was called A New Nightmare, Freddy's Dead, I'd be okay with this.
And I will officially put this over 4. I was struggling with it, but that ending scene is pretty fucking dope. Whether the story makes sense to me or not, I think it's just better made. I'm gonna go with Nightmare, Nightmare 2, Nightmare 3, New Nightmare, Nightmare 4, Nightmare 5, Freddy's Dead, or Nightmare 5, then the remake, then actually I'll put the remake over Nightmare 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll have the exact same list, but that's the only one I would have switched. The remake over Freddy 6. Freddy 6 is fucking terrible.
I'd put the remake over 5 too, actually. I think the remake has some cool moments in it.
Yeah, actually I would. No, because the death scenes in Nightmare 5 are badass. Like I gotta give them.
There's like 2, maybe 3 of them. So
yeah, but there's only zero. There's only one good death scene, really, in my opinion, in the remake.
Yeah.
And not to mention the fact that Jackie Earle Haley looks like shit throughout the entire fucking movie.
He does, but his voice sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
Now we've got 7 minutes.
But they also
hey.
but they also play too much making him a victim. Like, I don't know. And I know what they were doing. Like, I know the long game they were going for, but honestly, dude, it was just fucking. They
Yeah.
made him too much of a fucking Nancy boy and a victim.
Yeah.
Like, you felt bad. You felt bad for Jackie L. Haley in some of those scenes because they just made him not like, I don't know, a disgusting animal that he fucking was.
We'll
Like, you
find
feel
out.
like it's like if you do like those kind of movies on serial killers and that you make them too human or something, and like Dahmer or something,
Yeah.
or Ted Bundy, you're like, oh, he was just a misunderstood guy. It's like, no, bitch, this motherfucker was a cold-blooded murderer.
There it is. That's the end of it. And we'll find out. We'll find out, by the way, because our last movie that we have left to go is not New Nightmare, but the remake, which will come out on Halloween, amongst the litany of other videos that will have come out on Halloween.
What a scary movie! What a scary movie!
But we've only got one lease left to do, and if you want to see, if you're hungry for more tonight, you don't want to wait for that. We've already done Freddy vs. Jason, the commentary. So search that on our YouTube, and you'll find that.
Which, by the way, Freddy vs. Jason, according to Wikipedia and or IMDb, highest grossing Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
Yeah, not surprising.
Which makes sense. It had a guest star. I mean, that little guy from the Crystal Lake helped it, boost it up. But
yeah, but I'll say this, man. I think my rating for this movie went up a little bit watching it this time than it did from the last time I watched it. I liked it a little bit more this time than I typically do. And again, I think the story is a mess. I don't think it makes any sense at all, but I think Freddy looked cool. I think those ending scenes are really cool. You got your Wes Craven isms through it, and I thought Wes Craven was great. I love the meta shit in the beginning. I'm gonna go with a 7. I'm a 7 for this.
I like, my opinion really didn't change. I always liked New Nightmare. I always thought it was a good movie. I think they could have done a little things better. I think they could have maybe tightened some things up. I think they could have made Freddy a little more scary. I think there's little things they could have done, but overall, I always look at it like, where did it come from? Like, 5 and 6 sucked so many balls. By the time they were done, they had balls lodged in their throat.
Yeah.
And Wes Craven came out with this, which was, to me, the return to true form.
Let me ask you a question, though.
This is like, to me, New Nightmare is kind of like what they did with Halloween 2018. It brought it back a little bit to where it's like recognizable as the Freddy Krueger that we expect.
That was my question, though. That's the question I want to ask you. Would you rather, instead of doing New Nightmare, would you have rather Wes Craven done the Halloween 2018 route and made his own sequel to his first movie, picking up from the events of the original Nightmare and just going straight ahead with it? Would you rather him have done that or do this? He's tough.
Well, I mean, honestly, I think I would have had him do his own version of Nightmare 2.
Me too.
But considering the fact that he didn't even want to do sequels to it, I don't think it would have been. I would have felt like maybe it'd have been a rush thing. Because, I mean, the reality is Wes Craven told his fucking story in the Nightmare 1. John Carpenter, on the other hand, Halloween 1 and 2 were basically one movie. Mm-hmm. So he hadn't told his whole story yet. But Wes Craven was able to.
In his mind, he had. They forced him to do 2. But.
Well, yeah, but Halloween 2 is still great and whatever. But forcing Wes Craven, if that had been the case, it would have been a forced thing. And I don't know how well it would have been, it would have been received. I don't know if he would have brought back Heather Langenkamp. He probably would have. I don't know. I think, but I would have loved to have seen that version of it. But then again, we wouldn't get the Nightmare 2 that we have now.
Yeah. Yeah. Hard to tell, man. But
difficult question.
Difficult question. I'm going to put that on a Twitter poll tonight. Actually, that'll be fun. Mm-hmm. But yeah, good times, man. New Nightmare, one of the better Nightmare on Elm Street movies. What do you guys think about it? Make sure you comment below. Make sure you share this. Help us out, because apparently
we got 7 down, motherfuckers. 1 left.
Yeah, buddy. YouTube has apparently been hiding our shit in the darkness lately. So share this with your friends. We'd appreciate it. We love your fucking faces. And if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button to get some goddamn wham up in you, Sydney.
Hey, guys. Get the subscribe button, okay? We're gonna send you free Freddy Krueger gloves if you do. But I mean, if we had the money, we would. But just click the subscribe button, man. This ain't fucking easy sometimes, all right? Love you.
All right, man. Hey, I'm gonna send you. I'll send you the comic book and the and you gotta watch Darkness Falls for tomorrow night. Don't forget, we're gonna
I
review
love
that shit.
Darkness Falls. My
Yeah,
favorites.
and
One
I'll
of my
send you the
favorites.
comic book to read. But other than that, I'll see you tomorrow, motherfucker.
I see you then.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.